Hey, what's going on, everybody? Here we are, Sunday, week 2 of the NFL. We got a lot of great matchups this week. You got the Giants with their backs up against the wall. You got Green Bay playing a big game in Atlanta. We got a lot of games to discuss. Going to give you our picks. We're going to talk some fantasy football. And we're going to take your phone calls at the end of the show. You're now tuned in to 4th and Long live here on the Foul Mouths Network. And of course, I got my 2 co-hosts with me. The Filthy Mouth Gamer.
What's up, sluts?
And we also got the man himself, James from That Ass Podcast, here with us as usual.
What's up, everybody?
And big shout out to everybody out there. Super Bowl. I'm already getting ready for the Super Bowl. I already made my pick for it. Made my pick for the Super Bowl this year. We're going to unveil our picks for the Super Bowl because we never did that last week. And get that all in. We're going to get our picks in and everything, guys. But a big week here, week 2 of the NFL schedule. Like I said, Giants' backs are up against the wall early here in this season. Filthy said it before. If they lose this game, it's going to be very bad for the Giants. Very, very bad. We're going to break that game down as well. And we're going to have some phone calls, like I said, at the end. We're going to get some picks in here. Some of our friends are going to call in and make their normal picks for the week as well. And what's up, everybody out there? Shout out to everybody out there hanging out with us today on this Sunday. And we're just about an hour and a half away from game time. And we're going to be here with you for the next hour and 20 minutes. So anyway, guys, here's the deal. We got, you guys are both Giant fans, okay?
Yes.
And you both agree with me. Like Filthy said, Giants' backs up against the wall this week, week 2 already.
Giants, last week, played a game that I've seen way too often.
Yeah.
I am sick and tired of this team continuing to trot out this pathetic offensive line. They walked into Dallas and Mike's right. You know, like he was right. He picked Dallas last week. I give Mike all the credit in the world.
Yeah.
I tried to trash talk the Giants into a win. I knew the fears of the offensive line, and last week they walked into Dallas, laid the biggest egg you can possibly believe. I don't want to hear that Eli Manning's overrated. I don't want to hear that Eli Manning's old. I don't care what offense you have. The tackle position, the blind side of Eli Manning and the other tackle positions are pathetic. There's the guard play is sickening. The center is pathetic. There is no way, shape, or form that the Giants are going to win any games this season without, I don't care what you have a wide receiver. I don't care if Odell Beckham played. I don't care if Odell Beckham was in a club dancing. I don't care. Odell Beckham's out to get his money, and he should get it because the Giants went out there and paid a wife-beater money, so they should give Odell Beckham his money.
Yeah, I fucking agree.
Yeah, I agree with that too, man. Big time.
Why? Like, I mean, this comes down to Mr. Jerry Reese himself. Reese's Pieces is what that offensive, and I don't mean the peanut butter cup. Yeah. I mean that offensive line is in shambles. Yeah. How is it that this general manager is getting away with this?
I don't know.
They are living on 2011. They are living on 2007. It's like Glenn Sather and the Rangers. How long do you have to live on 1994?
You know what?
How long does Jerry Reese get to live?
You bring up a great point, and I feel like New York in general does that with a lot of their teams. If you win like a big Super Bowl or you win a World Series or something, they tend to keep these guys around for a very long fucking time, even when they're like failing miserably. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you got to get out of that. Like, you know, okay, Tom Coughlin, he was the type of guy that after he won those 2 Super Bowls for the Giants, and a lot of Giants fans would agree with me on this, they were like, hey, fucking let Coughlin stay here for fucking another 10 years. We don't give a fuck, even if we don't make the playoffs. Some people were calling for his head, but for the most part, the guy was protected because of his past. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's like we get too hung up on the championship teams in this town. Like when our team wins a championship in this town, other than the Yankees, you get hung up on it for too long, and they let these guys stick around way too long. And I think they're doing it now with the GM of the Giants, like you said. And when are they going to hold him accountable? If they lose this game in Detroit, which they're probably going to lose, I mean, we could all almost agree on that, right?
I mean, they haven't scored 20 points since week 12 of last year when they beat the immortal Cleveland Browns.
So it don't look good.
Just think about that.
Yeah, I know. That is pretty.
Listen, I think they're supposed to win this fucking game. That's my opinion.
I think so too. But I just have a feeling. I just have this feeling that, when you said that to me before, it really made me think like, wow, these guys, they lose this game, and it's like,
dude, you lose this game, you're playing Philadelphia next week,
which they always have the Giants number, and Tampa Bay does too.
And that defensive line is much more vicious than the offensive line that they saw on week 1.
Yeah, exactly. So that's scary. That's fucking scary.
Listen, Jerry Reese has made great draft picks. He's made great moves. Yeah. And I'm not giving him fucking 2007 because that was Ernie Accorsi's
team. Thank you.
That was Ernie Accorsi's team.
Oh, well, yeah,
2011.
Definitely. Yeah.
I'll give you 2011.
You got to give him 2011.
But here's the thing. You have a quarterback that's 7 games away from passing his brother for most consecutive games played. How the fuck don't you protect him? How the fuck don't you go out and Ken, you can attest to it. When we got Brandon Marshall, I called you up. I said, what does it matter that we have Brandon Marshall now? Yeah. We cannot protect the fucking quarterback.
No, if you can't protect the quarterback, you can have the best wide receivers in the world like they do in Odell, and it's not going to make much of a difference. You know what I mean?
Here's the other blame I want to fucking throw around. I want to blame John Mara. And I know there's 2 owners in this team. You got Steve Tisch, but Steve Tisch fucking produces movies. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Steve Tisch is like a silent partner.
He's not insulating the crux of the football team.
Yeah.
He doesn't really
He's just like a silent fucking partner.
John Mara has grown up with this fucking franchise. His father was arguably the greatest owner in the history of this fucking league. Yeah. He's one of the most influential people in sports history.
Yeah.
And he's a great fucking man. And to not learn from all the shit you grew up with that you need to protect the fucking quarterback. That, to me, in my opinion, is the most important thing. And why is it that I live in a fucking 1-bedroom apartment, and I know that, but a guy who's making multi-fucking-million dollars to make these fucking decisions doesn't seem to give a fuck. That's what aggravates me. If we don't, I don't listen.
Oh, we just got a donation from.
Hey Vito.
Yeah, Vito. Vito's got the Bills over who? The
Panthers. Calling it.
Bills over the
Come
Panthers.
Come on, Vito. Really?
Shout out to you, Vito. Thank you for the donation.
The Bills who barely could beat the loaful Jets last week. I mean,
hey, but they still beat them, man.
Fucking.
I mean, goddamn, man. I mean, you want to segue into the Jets right now because I mean, it's just
we already tore apart the Giants.
Yeah, let's segue into the Jets. I mean, it's dismal. They're going up against the Raiders. We all know what's going to happen this week. If you're a betting man, you got the fucking Oakland Raiders in this game. Jets are horrible. They're playing for a draft pick, guys. I mean, it's as plain as the fucking hand on you, in front of your face. They're playing for a draft pick. The team was set up at the beginning of the season to fucking lose. The coach was put in there to be a patsy. He's going to stay there. They're going to fire him. They're going to bring in all new people next year. They're going to have a draft pick, and they'll probably get fucked like they normally do when they do shit like this. They end up with like the fucking 4th pick, and then somebody gets their leg snapped, and we end up with a guy who never plays. That's how it usually happens.
Would you keep John Itzik as the GM?
No. I would fire the whole entire fucking front office, the coaching staff, and half the players.
So McCagnon's in there now. Itzik's gone.
Yeah. Oh, Itzik's gone? Oh, I didn't even see this. How much I fucking know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd fire him too because he's done a shit job too. Okay, and this franchise is doomed. This franchise will never be anything. It would just never be because it has an owner that doesn't give a fuck about them.
As an owner that cares about being an ambassador in London.
He acts like he cares. He acts like he gives a shit about the New York Jets, but he does not. It's a big show for this guy. The Jets have not had an owner since Leon Hess died, okay? Leon Hess gave a fuck about this team. He put money into it. He built them from the ground up. And when he died, the Jets died. This team will never be good again. You will not see this team in a contention for a Super Bowl probably for the rest of the fucking NFL history. All right, because they're just doomed. They're like another fucking just horrible fucking doomed team in the NFL, and Jets are definitely one of them.
The thing is, it comes to drafting quarterbacks. and you're gonna see.
They haven't had a
offseason.
franchise quarterback since Joe Namath.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Savage Matt just joined. He subbed to the channel. Welcome to the family, brother.
Matt, welcome, you motherfucker.
But yeah, I mean, listen, they have not had a fucking franchise quarterback since John Elway. I mean, not John Elway. Since I'm like, yeah, that's a Freudian slip right there.
History would have changed dramatically if you had him.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, we could have had Dan Marino. Jets could have picked Dan Marino, but Jets could have picked Dan Marino, but they went and fucking.
Ken O'Brien, was that?
Ken O'Brien. That was the year Ken O'Brien, man. Fucking horrible. Just they're known for taking bad draft picks. I mean, they draft guys like fucking Sanchez and then these guys come in with like this big build on them, like they're gonna be so good, and it's always a fucking letdown with this franchise. So
well, that's why when I hear Giants fans complain and attack Eli, I'm like,
go look at the Jets.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They have no idea what
the fucked up thing is. Some franchises in the NFL are just doomed. They just don't do things the right way, right? And they end up with never having a fucking good quarterback that they could hang their fucking helmet on. They never wind up having, they have to go out and maybe get these great players at the end of their careers to come into town for a season or two. Right. And that's what they do. They go for the pop, the shot. As long as they're selling fucking seats, as long as they're making money, they don't give a fuck about putting a team out there that could be in contention for a Super Bowl. Now, Jet fans have been suffering since fucking 1969, okay? Suffering. That's if you're a Jet fan, you suffer. Week in and week out, you suffer. And it's just the same old hat that they are where they are. And they're going to just continue to be here. So, listen, I'm a Jet fan. I take the Raiders in this game. And this is one of my picks as well. And I'm taking the Raiders big time over the Jets this week. Jets just, like I said, dismal. I don't see him going anywhere. What do you guys pick for this game? I mean, obviously.
The Raiders, obviously.
Yeah.
Look what they did last week. Matter of fact, win against Tennessee.
Yeah.
Their defense still, and the secondaries, it's questionable, but
Josh
McCown is not going to be able to do anything against that defense today. I mean, Khalil Mack is still a beast. I mean, they still have good guys on that front seven. And Josh McCown couldn't even play like a competent quarterback last week against the Bills defense.
No,
the Bills have almost nothing left.
Yeah.
Listen, since I'm a fucking vagina, or at least part vagina, that was one of my fucking picks, was the Raiders, because it's just, to me, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, no, that is a no-brainer. You're right.
It's in Oakland, in the fucking black hole.
Yeah, Jets are not, they're not going in there. And, it's just not happening. It doesn't look good for the Jets this week, man.
Muhammad Wilkerson looked like he was not motivated to play football at all. I mean,
no, you're right, man.
He does not care.
You're right. And, that comes down to, like, they're set up to fail. It's just a set up to fail for the Jets right now.
You know what beast mode's gonna do? He did. All right, so the Jets gave up 190 rushing yards.
Oh god, dude, he's gonna fucking trample over them.
Marshawn Lynch is gonna be eating Skittles on the sidelines.
Yeah, he's gonna trample over them this week.
Bro,
I mean, listen, let's get the fuck off of New York football right now. Right, we opened up.
We thought they were.
We opened up with 2 New York football teams. We got them out of the way, guys. We're gonna cover better teams, okay? So the next game we got is we're gonna have Jacksonville and Tennessee Titans. Listen, both teams are not great teams. Both teams are not bad teams. They're decent teams. Both these guys, both these franchises. This is a hard game to call for me personally. I looked at this game, I broke it down. I think the spread on this game was like 3, if I can remember well, and I think the Titans are favorite. Am I right, James? Do you know?
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm pretty sure they were, but I mean that's a fucking
Titans are favored.
Okay, so that's a game that it's a hard game to call for me personally. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that I'm pretty sure that I was going with the Titans on this one. But the Jaguars do have a pretty good defense, James, like you said before.
Got Malik Jackson.
Yeah. So I mean, you got to have that
Campbell
in there.
From the Arizona Cardinals on the offseason. They had 10 sacks last week.
Yeah.
The left tackle
sacks,
of Houston is still holding out, and he's just counting that money.
Yeah.
For what? Because they're gonna have to bring him back because you need protection for the quarterback, as we saw in the Giant game. Houston.
We had him. Oh.
It's Houston barely could run the football. They couldn't do anything, but they won a game. Because Deshaun Watson is that good, and he just made something out of nothing, and Cincinnati is that bad. I'm going to take Tennessee because I think Mariota will make more plays. Blake Bortles is a joke. I'm going to keep saying it. He's a joke of a quarterback. He did nothing last week. His defense did all the work.
Yeah.
And I just think that Tennessee will make one more play than Jacksonville will.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that. We just got another new sub to the channel, man. Welcome to the family, brother. Mike, what do you feel about this game?
I mean, listen, I'm leaning towards. I think it's in. All right, so it's in Jacksonville, and I think Jacksonville is an up-and-coming franchise. I like their fucking defense, and I'm a defensive guy. I love defensive teams, so I think I'm leaning towards Jacksonville. I mean, listen, this game can go either way, obviously, but I think I'm leaning towards Jacksonville. And listen, I root for Tom Coughlin. He's part of that organization now.
Yes, he is.
So.
Here's how easy it is.
I'm gonna go with Jacksonville, and it's not for any fucking specific reason other than just a hunch.
And and you give the respect to Coughlin, who's in the front office. You know, I mean, the guy's got something magical about him. I think his balls have like something in them, something special.
Oh yeah.
But you know, so you give it to. I hear you on that one. I got to pick the Titans because I like I said, this isn't not a no-brainer game, but I picked the Titans because I just think the Jaguars, their defense is good, but they're missing some parts right now, and I feel like the Titans are an up-and-coming team. I think like maybe a year or two, they're going to be a really good fucking team, this team, if they can keep everything together, get a good draft pick this year, and all that. I think that this team would definitely be something to look out for down the line. So that's why I picked them this week. But anyway, we'll move on to the next game. We got the Chiefs and the Eagles today, which I think is a good matchup. Chiefs are coming off that big victory last week against the champs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're playing an Eagles team that I'm very confused about. This Eagles team, I don't know what to really think of these guys. I mean, are they good? Are they on their way of being good? Their quarterback had so much promise. It just doesn't. I don't know.
They faced a rival last week, in the Redskins, and they looked. They made big plays, and then they did stupid penalties. Their defense made ridiculous mistakes, but then they pulled it out in the end. I think the Redskins are just that team that they're not that good. Kirk Cousins is showing you he's not that good. They're showing you why they're franchising him every single year. This game is totally different. The Eagles have a good defensive line. The Eagles have a decent secondary. Carson Wentz is on his way. It's very, very tough to judge a quarterback after year one. He's not Dak Prescott, who's protected, and has an offensive line. It was all world and is being protected and insulated.
Sophomore season, all that shit coming into account and all that.
But this is one of the toughest places to play in the NFL. You're talking about Kansas City, where the decimal level is off the charts.
One of the loudest stadiums in all of
Carson
football.
Wentz has not faced anything like this in his life. That Chief team took apart the Patriots in the second half. They outscored them 21-0.
They fucking did, man. You got to give them credit, man.
And I know the Chiefs have lost Eric Berry, and that's a devastating loss at safety. I understand that.
It is, but it seems like something they can move on from.
So good,
right? Doesn't it? It is a big loss for their defense, but I do have, like, if I was a Chiefs, if I'm a Chiefs fan right now, I'm loving life, because even with that injury, they still look like they're one of the contender teams right now. Early on. I know it's after week one. I know they beat the champs. You don't want to get too crazy on it. But the Chiefs look like they might be the real deal this year. I'm not saying they're going to win a Super Bowl.
This is one of my picks personally, so I believe the Chiefs are taking care of business.
I mean, I think so too, man. The Chiefs are going to go and probably beat the Eagles today.
I mean, Kareem Hunt was amazing. He put on a show last week. I expect him to still do, not exactly what he did last week, but they're going to line him up in the slot. They're going to line up with Tyreek Hill, and they're going to,
Oh, yeah, they're going to open it up. They're going to open it up today. Yeah,
they're going to open it up today, and they're going to take advantage and find a way to find mismatches in the Eagle defense.
Yeah.
And they're going to protect Alex. And Alex Smith played the greatest game I've ever seen. I think he's motivated because they drafted Patrick Mahomes, and, it looked like they were moving on as a franchise. And I think Alex Smith's like, you know what? I'm going to show you this. I'm not going to be check down Alex anymore. I'm going to be touchdown Alex.
Yeah.
So I'm picking Alex Smith and the Chiefs to whip that Eagle booty today.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. Definitely. Mike, what do you feel about that game?
Listen, I'm going to try to stay objective because this is a fucking team that I can't stand.
Yeah.
So, but with that being said, the Eagles suck. Their organization sucks. The city smells like fucking
this guy's
piss.
trying to be objective.
The city smells like fucking piss.
Come on, man.
Right?
We're not talking about the fucking
Carson
city.
Wentz is a fucking vagina. All right. You got Wilford Brimley is on the sidelines. He used to be the fucking coach of the Eagles. He's on the sidelines for KC now. They're at fucking KC. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck their fans. Fuck their defense.
Oh my
and
God.
fuck their mothers.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going with the fucking Chiefs.
Holy fuck, dude. Spot on, bro. Fuck that. Jesus Christ. All right, anyway, I guess we know what team he wants. All right, so we get the next game we got over here is another 1 o'clock game. You got the dismal fucking Browns, who might be worse than the Jets, and that's fucking really saying a lot. Going up against a team that's consistently in it every year. Franchise quarterback. Good defense all the time. Good coach. The Ravens. I think the Ravens today, 1 o'clock start. Ravens and Browns. Ravens, I definitely take Ravens. Like I said, the Ravens just, to me, they are just always there. I mean, they have their problems like any other team, but the Ravens are a good, well-built fucking franchise team. And it starts from the front office all the way down to your bench guys. And this franchise knows how to handle itself. They used to be the Browns. I think they're going to beat the fuck out of them. The Browns are horrible. I mean, what could I say about the Browns, really? They're just as bad as the Jets in my eyes. A lot of people, honestly, everybody you talk to who's a fan or even a casual fan, they always throw the fact that the Cleveland Browns are like the fucking puke of the league. I hate to say it,
Yeah.
Even when you get tagged as being worse than the Jets, fuck, you are fucked.
Problem.
I mean, I know a couple of high school football teams that would probably beat this fucking team. You know what I mean?
You're named after the color of shit, your team. I mean, what does that tell you? What does that fucking tell you?
The dog.
Anyway, so I picked the Ravens over this game. I think it's going to be a competitive game early, but I think in the end, you will see the Ravens just clobbering the fuck out of them. What do you guys think?
I don't understand why the Pittsburgh Steelers had such a tough time with this team. Maybe the Brown defense is improved. Maybe it's because it's a rivalry game. I expect rivalry games to pretty much teeter, and then all of a sudden, the Ravens will pull away. They annihilated the Cincinnati Bengals last week. This quarterback is a rookie. He's raw as the steak that's coming off the tenderloin. This quarterback is going to get knocked around. He's seen the defense he's never seen before. I'm taking the Ravens. I don't care how hurt Joe Flacco's back is. I'm taking the Ravens. This is another one of my picks, personal picks.
Okay.
So give me the Ravens. I don't care what the points are. Give it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And go take care of the family business tonight and move on 2-0.
I agree with that. Filthy, what do you think? Same.
Listen, this is actually one of my picks also. Listen, you're in fucking Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Ravens, last week they had 5 sacks and 4 interceptions against the fucking Bengals. All right, their fucking defense is always awesome.
Yeah.
And the Browns rookie quarterback, this is his first fucking road game, and it's in fucking Baltimore, which is fucking a violent fucking area.
Yeah, not good. You're going to be having guys coming at you at every fucking angle today.
And rookie quarterbacks are 0-5 in Baltimore.
So
what does that tell you?
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. If you're a bet man,
I'm going with the fucking Ravens, even though they beat my fucking team in Super Bowl fucking 30.
That seems like a lock. It seems like a lock, though. I got to say that game. Like if I had a lot of money, I'd be putting it on that game definitely today. That's seems like a lock.
Well, I'm a pussy, so I make pussy picks. You know what I mean? That's how I do. I don't pick fucking underdogs because I got a vagina between my fucking legs.
Well, anyway, speaking of vagina, we got the the Dolphins versus the Chargers. And, I mean, who gives a fuck about this game, guys? I mean, let's just skip over it. No, I'm just kidding. My friend's a Dolphins fan.
I mean, Jake fucking Cutler. You talk about a person who robbed a franchise.
Seriously.
The guy was basically retired.
Yeah.
And they basically said, you know what, Jay? We don't need Colin Kaepernick. We're going to give you a call. I know you're on the couch and all playing with the kids. You're sitting on your $80 million. But you know what, Jay? Come on down. And, because you ruined one franchise. So why don't you just come on down and ruin us?
We'd like you to ruin our franchise now, please.
Yeah, please, come on down.
The guy
robbed
robbed the fucking shit out of Chicago, like robbed them for money, like just shit on them, robbed them for money. He was horrible there. He fucking did not earn the contract he had there.
Nope.
You know, he's really not that good of a quarterback. I don't know how the fuck he has a job. I don't know how you go and take Jay Cutler over Kaepernick, because I understand Kaepernick's going to come with all of the baggage that he has right now. But like this guy, come on, man, he's not good in the locker room. He argues with his fucking teammates all the time. He questions the coaching staff. Yeah, he questions the coaching staff. He's in this for the money. It's obvious that he's in this for the money. He doesn't care about winning. You know, like you said, I mean, he just doesn't give a fuck, this guy. So, I mean, but both teams in this, I would say, both teams are fucking really not that good of teams, both these teams. You know what I mean? I don't think the Chargers are that good. I mean, they do have a good quarterback.
The Chargers should have won on Monday night. And they have a knack of losing games just like they lost on Monday night. They have a knack of losing games like that. I don't understand it. I don't understand what kind of hex is on that franchise. Phillip Rivers did everything he possibly could to win that game. The game was won. It was right there for the taking. The Charger defense is really good.
Yeah.
The Charger defense is really, really good. If Casey Hayward hung on to the interception and he would have returned it to a touchdown, and the Chargers would have won the game. So I mean, I'm still picking them. I still believe Jay Cutler's a piece of trash.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't get behind that at all.
No, I hear you. I definitely agree with that. I think I see. I mean, but then again, who do you pick in this game though? Because it still is really I mean, I see the Chargers winning it, but
Chargers in their little 10,000 person stadium until they get their new stadium.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rabid a little bit. I think just take Cutler apart. I mean, like he's just coming off the couch. I don't care about the Adam Gase connection. I don't give a damn. I mean, like, give me the Chargers. I don't care what it is. I mean, like in this game. I mean, if you can't beat the Dolphins, then we really got real problems.
Yeah, that's definite. That's definite. Joe Cronin's in the chat right now. He wants to call in with his. He's going to call in with his pick for the New Orleans and New England game. But he said he was calling us. I didn't see him ring up once on here, but I'm going to try to call him right now and add him to the call so he can give us his pick for this week. He's a diehard Patriots fan. But, hey, what's up, Cronin?
I have no choice but to be a Patriots fan.
Well, let me ask you, what do you think this week for these guys? Like, how do you see this? I mean, I know New Orleans is not exactly what they used to be, but with the loss last week to Kansas City, a lot of people questioning whether Kansas City, are they that good, or have the Patriots lost a step? Like,
no, dude, I think Kansas City's good, and the reason why is because they started that game with kind of down with those fumbles that fumble by Hunt,
yeah,
and opening night, and the Patriots, like the resiliency. I saw that team coming together in a way, you know what I mean? So I think that team might go to the AFC Championship. I can't even believe that anybody thinks maybe the Eagles will win.
Oh God, yeah. I mean,
there's no way the Eagles. You got a better chance of, Rocky Balboa taking a dump in the center of the fuck.
You are fucking right about that. Like, you cannot fucking pick the Eagles on this. Like, come on, man. Especially coming off that win last week for the Chiefs, and they do look like they're the real deal.
This is gonna be a tough game to pick, though. To be honest, like both these teams, both the same type of losses almost. Brady hasn't even thrown a touchdown pass. I
can't believe that, man. That's fucking crazy. And
you know what? I see this as like almost even, right? The situation is very similar, but the Patriots are coming now without the. I don't even know what Hightower's status is. Do you even know? I haven't even looked that up.
It's probable.
Yeah. Yep. That's last I saw that.
They seem to be like committed to the if Hightower isn't there, like we're in trouble. Like what kind of defense says, if one guy's out, the whole thing's not right.
And then they put Marsh in bad situations. I mean, I saw Marsh on Kareem Hunt. Are you kidding me? No wonder a touchdown pass was thrown. What are you doing?
I know. You're right.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. They're in trouble. I'll tell you, I think the Patriots might win this one, but just like barely, just because of how they usually respond after a loss. But I'll tell you one thing, either way, whoever gets the loss, the fan bases are going to be freaking out. if you're a Saints fan, like what is like Saints fans are gonna freak out. Patriots fans will freak out after this one. I'm not scared right now, but it's just like that's why I just think the Patriots will come on. I thought Patriots would beat Kansas 24-21 last week. And
wow, that's what you had that at. That's the score you had for that team for that game last week.
24-21, and in the third quarter, it was that score.
Oh shit!
Go back to the third quarter. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna win a bunch of money," and then then it all just fell apart. It couldn't have been more opposite.
You know what I find fucking hilarious is that all the sports media twats out there were saying before the week one, can the Patriots go undefeated? Is this going to be an undefeated game? Then they lose the game, and then they go to, is Tom Brady getting old? Is he too old? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They do this every time to Brady. Always getting old. It's like, get out of here. I mean, dude, he's missing, Edelman's gone, which is just huge. I mean, Amendola is always like a half-assed guy anyway, and now he's
peanut brittle.
Right. Were you going to rely on Gronk to stomp down the field? And, these are all like, to me, like Gronk and Edelman and all these guys, like they were really successful, but they were always complimenting each other. And whenever you lose one, it's a mess. And who's the, damn, I can't even think. I'm so tired because I just woke up. The new guy that goes deep. I mean, he's got that, but.
Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, Cooks.
They have to get some, rhythm together because he missed them wide open.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Brady might not be, I don't know if he's underestimating the guy's speed or what, but the guy is so damn fast. But now without that little dink and dunk option or a slant option down there, it seems like that's gone. I don't know, man. It's going to be way more.
A lot of people are forgetting the fact that if you look at the Super Bowl and you look at the defense that Atlanta played, it's the same defense Kansas City played. They clogged the middle of the field, and they dare Brady to throw the ball outside the numbers because they don't want the short passing game. And when there's nothing outside the numbers, that's when the pass rushers show up. It worked for 3 quarters for Atlanta. If Matt Ryan doesn't turn the football over, and if they ran the damn football, they would have beat the Patriots. It's the same formula. I mean, like everybody, Tom Brady's, you're not going to beat Father Time. I don't care how much avocado ice cream he eats, what blankets he sleeps in. I don't care. I mean, he looked bad. He missed wide open people, like left and right. And Kansas City got in that backfield. I mean, that's all there is to it. And that offensive line isn't great. And I'm not saying the Patriots are going to lose. I still pick them to win 12 games. I still think they're winning this game because the Saint defense is that bad. It is that hideous.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Bradford took it apart, for God's sake. I mean, what do you think Tom Brady's going to do to it?
Well, they have to if they can't get the Brady, they're in trouble. I don't know. Wasn't there only one sack in the game last week in the third quarter or the fourth quarter? Like, it wasn't until the end that they got to him.
That's right.
I was worried about that. That's what I went into the game thinking of is, can the line hold these guys because I'm worried about them getting to Brady. And that doesn't happen at all. And they get beat anyway. And when the sack happened, it was already over anyway. So,
yeah.
But tonight, if they can do that down in, if the Saints can somehow get to Brady, which I don't think they. How did they do last week pass rushing? I didn't even look at those stats.
They barely touched.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
Sam Bradford could have played the game in a tuxedo.
So they won't get Brady again. Okay. So I'll go with the Patriots. Like I would say the score around the similar score to what I thought last week was going to be like 24-21. Like I really think it's going to be. I think it's going to be kind of close.
Mm-hmm. Tight one.
I do. It's a nice tight one.
Yeah, a nice.
That's what Ken,
nice
that's
tight.
what Ken likes.
Yes. It's tight.
Hold on. Oh man, it's weird. I said tight one. Leah came. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you're trying to get aggravated first thing in the fucking morning, huh?
Yeah, right.
We already did that last night.
So we could at least look for a good game out of that game then, if it's going to be a tight game like that. And, listen, the Patriots, they're the champs. They're the defending champs. But they do have something to prove now after week one. So I do think they're going to come into that game with a little more, oomph in their system than week one, where they kind of came off the off season, and it was kind of like, they're the champs. They were out partying. They did their thing during the off season. I think they took week one a little bit for granted. I think this team is better than what they showed in week one. I think Kansas City's good too, but I think a lot of it had to do with them not being on the same page with each other as far as Brady is not in his element yet. But I do think the Patriots will come out and do a number on New Orleans. I have a feeling that they're going to beat the fuck out of them today. I really do. I see it like at least a 2-touchdown win for the Patriots today.
I think, I think they'll be fine, dude. The Patriots are going to be fine. Listen, don't forget, Brandon Cooks is going to play with a fucking chip on his shoulder. He's playing against his old team in the old fucking building. You know what I mean? He's gonna. I think Brandon Cooks is going to play over his fucking head. I think Tom Brady's all right. You know, everybody's going to fucking say. And, you know, listen, at the end of the day, even if he's not all right, when he goes home, he gets his dick sucked by a supermodel. What does it fucking really matter? You know what I mean? I mean, in my opinion,
I understand that. Listen, you're right by what you're saying, but look, the guy still has the thirst to be a champion.
Oh, he definitely does.
You know what I mean?
He acts like
he's done
never
it all.
Won anything.
Yeah, he's done it all.
That's how you should carry yourself.
Yes, it is, man. He is. Listen, whether you hate the guy or not, I mean, come on, he's one of the best of all time. Period.
Didn't he throw like a 50 or 60-yard pass last week that was connected with? I mean, I don't know. Maybe that was the Chiefs. You know, I hope Jay Cutler goes to Philly and gets raped.
Oh,
yeah, we were just saying that. Jay Cutler is a fucking joke. I can't stand the guy. I feel bad for fucking Chicago, how he robbed them,
Jay
man.
Cutler's a racist. Let's start it right now. Start the rumor.
yeah, let's do that. I can't stand Jay Cuntlips. He's such a
Jay
fucking
Cuntlips.
vagina. Like, I took the Wonderlic test online because I just wanted to see how it was, and it was fucking more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But anyway, they tell you where you rate with what quarterback. And I got the same score as Jay Cutler, and it ruined my fucking month. Like, I was like, you fucking asshole.
I don't blame you. But anyway, you Mike, you also pick the Patriots in this game.
Yeah,
right?
the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to win this game. I think Bill Belichick is going to get them riled up, and they're going to win. I mean, I give them they're going to win by 10.
Okay.
Imagine if they didn't somehow. Like, that would be... I can't even tell you.
0-2 start? Oh, my God.
That would be...
I mean...
You talk about freak out.
Yeah, and you're talking about last season, they started, the first 4 games of the year with their backup quarterback, and they went 4-0, right? I think?
Yeah.
3-1.
Okay.
It would be the opposite. I almost wish they were... When their back's pushed up against the wall, it's usually when they play better, so...
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe we can get another Spygate or something. I mean, we're dealing with... I'm convinced it's the Madden curse, bro.
Yeah, what's going on in Boston over there, man? They're accusing the Red Sox of cheating. They're accusing the fucking Patriots again.
Man, you gonna bring
What's
that up?
going on with these guys?
We're gonna go to the Red Sox because the Patriots didn't cheat this year. So the Red Sox now? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Hey, I'm from
By the
New
way,
York,
happy
man.
birthday to Real Talk. I seen it pop up on my Skype the other day. I don't know why he's still on my Skype, but he is. Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah, it's his birthday today. I'm thinking if he's around today, he's gonna call in and give us his pick as far as
happy
Chicago.
Birthday to Real Talk, man.
Yeah.
I know he hates me, but happy birthday anyway.
Yeah, so, but listen, if they start out 0-2, that is going to be a fucking big shock. The defending champs, 0-2 start. When was the last time the fucking Patriots started a season 0-2?
That I couldn't tell.
It's got to be a long time ago, man.
Oh, man.
Got to be a long time ago.
Right, it's got to be
it's got to be a really long time ago.
Well, I mean, the Patriots are 17-3 when they're coming off a loss in the Belichick era.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they don't lose back-to-back games.
No, they just don't.
I just can't see it.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
The Saint defense is terrible. I mean, that's all there is. They can't cover anybody. So, I mean, you want to get healthy. This is how you make your hay right
Exactly.
here.
This is where you get back on the same page with your wide receivers and the line and everything gets on the same page because this is a good game for the Patriots to have this week. I know
Drew Brees looked a little old on Monday night. I know the Minnesota Viking defense is good, but he looked a little old to me.
Yeah, he's starting to get. Yeah, it's starting to see. You're starting to see it now with him, man. He definitely is one of the older quarterbacks in the league now. You know, it's crazy to see that, man. You know, these guys. I remember when fucking he was drafted. You know, he was on San Diego.
San Diego, yeah. Phillip Rivers was his backup.
Yep. I mean, and when they traded him, everybody knew, that Brees was still going to be good. I didn't think he'd win a Super Bowl with New Orleans, but he got him there. He won a Super Bowl for that, man. I mean, that's their only Super Bowl, that franchise,
Yeah.
So you got to give him props,
And listen, the last 3 times the Patriots started 0-1, they won the Super Bowl that year.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. It's a good fucking omen for them, I guess,
I believe it's 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times.
That's crazy, man. That is fucking crazy.
The best year was the Buffalo year. I remember that clear as day. We get beat 31-0 in the first game of the season, and I went, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be a bad year. And then they just keep rising and rising. And the last game of the season, we played the Buffalo Bills, and we beat them 31-0. It was the funniest goddamn thing ever.
Well, speaking of the Bills, we got the Bills and the fucking Panthers today at 1 o'clock too. What do you guys think about that game?
Give me Cam Newton all day on this half-assed Bill defense that barely could do anything against the Jets last week.
Yeah.
They basically did everything in their power to keep them in the game.
I know, man.
And Josh McCown can't even play the position, so that's why they lost. Give me Cam Newton all day. I mean, Carolina's very motivated. I know they looked shaky last week in the 23-3 win against San Francisco, but Christian McCaffrey, I'm just going to keep saying that this kid's going to have an amazing year. And it's going to take a lot of pressure off of Cam. He doesn't have to do those power sweep runs anymore, put himself in danger. And they have a good core and they have a good defense. And Luke Kuechly's still a boss over there in the defensive line, in the linebacker. So Carolina all day long in this.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with you on that one. I mean, Buffalo, when you see them play the Jets and each team is keeping each other in the game, you know you suck. I mean, Buffalo is another one of those Cleveland Brown, New York Jet teams that just will never fucking... I mean, I know their franchise is beloved, but so are the Jets, and they suck cock too. So I just don't see Buffalo winning this game. This is a warm-up game for Newton and company today, I think.
If Buffalo wins this game, I'll drive to New York and blow you, Ken.
Yeah, seriously, that's what I'm saying. Like, now I'm fucking really praying that Buffalo pulls this out. But yeah, I don't see them winning this game.
Hey, speaking of Cam Newton, do you think Cam Newton's gonna what do you think he's gonna do this year? Because I feel like he's faded, he's sort of been a little bit more low key to the national stage of football.
He has.
He should be I feel like he should be dominant. Like, he should be the face of football, by now. But it's almost like the Roman Reigns and Cena. I feel like Brady's going you should be doing this now. But why isn't that happening?
It's happening because the Super Bowl was a bad look for Cam Newton.
Dude, that was really bad what happened. Especially that really loss was
and
bad.
It's not the fact that they lost, because you can lose a Super Bowl and move on. That's fine. I mean,
yes, but some people don't. Some people don't, though, man.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. But it's fine. But I think it's the combination of the dab in that entire year. And if they won that Super Bowl, I think he would have been elevated. The dab and all that stuff, they went through the entire year. They annihilated everybody. And the second they were challenged, the second that they had a defense that put the wood on Cam Newton, he crumbled in front of the world. And then on top of that, he didn't even go after a fumble on the ground.
Yeah, I remember that, man. That was horrible. You're right about that.
And then he sits at the press conference. He doesn't want to answer any questions. He walks away like a baby. And when all this stuff was going down with all the issues that have been going down with blacks getting killed, and Cam Newton was asked, Cam Newton was right in front of there. You were the message seeker right there. You were being asked the questions, and he skirted the fence. He said that there is no racism. These are all hits that Cam Newton has taken ever since that Super Bowl.
The worst thing you can do is say that do what Colin Kaepernick did, or the next worst thing you can do is say that there's no racism.
Yeah.
You got to be in the middle. You got to say, hey, things are going on in the world for sure, and those things we need to stop. But as far as everything else goes, this is football, and that's what I'm here to talk about. Then it would have been okay, that's fine. It's didn't Lil Wayne give a reaction like that? He was on Undisputed. He said the exact same thing. Yeah. He said he's never faced racism in his entire life. And I get it. I get that from him. Okay, you don't want to talk about this and stuff, but people are looking to you, and I'm not some SJW either. I'm glad. I didn't want to hear some big rant from him either, but at least he could have acknowledged it and said, in my experience, this is what happened with me. So, keep your eyes open that people, this isn't always the way things are, but I do know that stuff happens. But he almost brushed it away you're crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you must be imagining things, black community that looks up to me.
Yeah, the Aquos commercials, and everything came a call in. He said, I don't want to upset the apple cart.
Exactly. And that's when you sell out. That's when you become a fucking sellout,
Exactly. So until they win anything, Cam Newton's not really going to be the face of anything.
No, and you're right. If he would have won that Super Bowl, he definitely would have been, like you said, Joe, he would have been the face of NFL right now. If he would have won that Super Bowl, obviously, it would have elevated him to tremendous, But, I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes you're just meant to lose that game, and sometimes you don't bounce back from those fucking games. But I think Cam Newton will, because he's got such talent, the guy, that I just don't see him, not putting it together eventually. You know what I mean? And bringing a championship to that team. Because I do think that Carolina will win a Super Bowl. They've been in, their franchise is good all around. The front office is good. They always put out a decent team. They always have, decent draft picks and all that shit. They always have a good franchise player. So I do see that him reaching that pinnacle one day. But it's got to be soon. This is prime time. Like you said, Joe, Brady's sitting there saying, okay, who's going to fucking take my spot, man? Because he doesn't have much longer left, Brady.
So yeah, I mean,
and he's wondering, sitting around there thinking, who's gonna rise up and take my the reins, man, when he leaves? Like, who is that quarterback? And you could say that it would be him one day, with the talent he has. So Carolina,
I don't know. Brady's also wondering who's going to drive him around town.
Well, that's what he's got Morgan. That's what he's got Morgan Freeman for, bro.
He called Kaepernick.
Oh God,
it's driving Miss Daisy. I'm driving.
Kaepernick joking. Cam's like a 7 out of 10 star right now, but he should be a 9 out of 10 star. And I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll come back and whatever. And I know that the race thing in NFL. Nobody wants to talk about this. We want to talk about football, but it always comes into goddamn play.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But dude, there's also a stigma with I don't know what it is, with black quarterbacks, it's like a stigma. You know what I mean? Like every time they're doing, it seems like someone's doing well, they get knocked down somehow.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Exactly.
You're right. Look at fucking what's his name in Washington.
Yeah,
the guy was a fucking budding superstar.
RG3.
Yeah, RG3 was a budding superstar on his way up
and
to
then he got hit in the knee by Haloti Ngata, and that was it. And then he wanted to stop doing what made him
exactly
unique, because he didn't want to run the football. He didn't want to do the the option anymore. And he wanted to be a pure pocket passer, and that's never what you were.
I blame Shanahan for that. Shanahan, first of all, tried to rush him back too fucking fast like an idiot.
And Shanahan never wanted him there. He never had that support system. He always wanted Cousins. That was the other thing.
Are you trying to call Shanahan a racist right here on the fucking show? Is that what you're trying to say?
Put it out there right now.
Oh, Cutler's a racist. I'm telling you, go with Cutler's a racist.
I would love for that to fucking spread.
And he raped the dolphin too.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
And he shoves tunas up his asshole.
And he shoves a fucking whole tuna right up there. All right, guys, we'll move on to the next game.
Did you get Filthy's pick?
Yeah, didn't we get your pick or no for that?
No, but
I thought you said Carolina.
A bunch of bullshit artists. No, listen, it's come on, it's fucking Carolina.
Yeah.
It's. I don't really have an opinion one way or the other on Cam Newton. Whether I like him or I don't like him, I'm very neutral on him. But he's a talented motherfucker, and I mean that can't be denied. And this game is one of those. It's come on, dude. If you're not picking Carolina, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so let me throw this game at you guys. What do you think about this game? The Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos.
Dallas Cowboy fans, I've been waiting to say this. The day will come that Dak Prescott will get exposed. It just hasn't happened yet. He's insulated behind that offensive line. He's insulated by Ezekiel Elliott. That's the person you worry about when you face the Dallas Cowboys, not Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is an average thrower of the football at best. Yeah. They looked like the 85 Bears last week because they faced a terrible Giant offensive line.
Yeah.
They're going to face a real team this week. And when the Denver Broncos are putting it to them and bending them over, no Vaseline. Don't cry to me and talk about how I'm being a hater. No, I'm being truthful. Because your team's a fraud. They're not that good, especially on defense. And today, Denver Broncos are going to take you to the woodshed. Trev got this, baby. Trev got it. Give me the Denver Broncos.
The Denver, as my friend Lou would say. The Denver,
Colorado.
So you're taking the Broncos, huh?
Give me the Denver Broncos all day long on this fraud Cowboy team.
I like it. I like that pick. That's a good pick.
Man, someone in Texas is freaking out right now. Fraud Cowboys.
I definitely, I might have to agree with you on that pick. Even though I did take the Cowboys.
Breaking news: Sam Bradford will not play for the Vikings. In case anybody didn't know that.
He has a knee injury. Yeah.
There you
He's
go.
got to change his tampon. He is such a fucking pussy.
God
dude.
almighty,
Seriously.
is he, man? He really is a fucking bitch, that dude. I'm gonna go with the. Even though I picked the Cowboys in my Pick'em league on the show today, I'm gonna go with the Broncos because they're home, right? Broncos are home.
One of the toughest places to play in football.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're in, Mile High. You're already. I just don't see Dallas winning this game.
Dude, that's so important for Denver that like I think I picked Dallas and I wasn't paying much attention.
Me
to where
neither. I feel the same way, man. That's why.
That would have tipped the scale for me.
Yep.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, being in Mile High, it's not easy to go up there and win. These guys are used to playing there. I just think they got the edge on. Even though Dallas, like you said, James, they looked like fucking unbelievable last week. They did.
Demaryius Thomas is gonna just do 100 yards today.
Yeah, I would think so, man.
Orlando Scandrick went down again with a hand issue. I mean, come on, that secondary is gonna get exposed. It couldn't get exposed last week because Giants have no line, but it'll get exposed this week.
Yeah, I think
Emmanuel
so.
Sanders. I mean, come on.
Mike, who do you got in that game?
What's the score? Wait, James, what's your score, do you think?
I'm going to say Denver 24, Dallas 14.
All right, not bad. Mike, what do you got?
Listen, Cowboys franchise, their players, their fans, they're all a bunch of fucking fairies. Let's be honest. Even though I picked you guys last week because it was so fucking obvious to me, the Giants fucking.
They got fans everywhere, man. You gotta say though, man.
There's people sucking dicks everywhere.
Listen to me. There's a lot of Dallas fans, a lot of Cowboy fans here in New York. I mean, I'm not sure if people know that.
They're the Yankees. They're the Yankees of football.
They're
everywhere.
But they just don't win the championships,
Right. Well, no, they have. Listen,
they have. Yeah, they had their fucking run.
Last
in the
20
90s.
years they've done nothing.
Well, the last 20 years they've done.
Yeah, they've done dick,
But again, the Yankees had their string of not doing cock. The 80s for the Yankees were terrible.
You're right. The last Yankee World Series was 2009. So I mean, it's been a while.
Right.
So I mean, it happens with these teams.
I think the fucking pass defense of Denver is gonna fuck up Dak Prescott, and like James said, he's gonna see what it's like to get fucked up.
Yep, and Prescott gets rattled. You can rattle the kid. You know what I mean?
And I think that the Cowboys franchise, the ownership, everything, they're a bunch of arrogant motherfuckers. Like I had to put an arrogant motherfucker in his place on Facebook yesterday. You said you'd never see a Cowboy take a knee during the fucking national anthem. I said yeah, because they're usually on both fucking knees.
Oh my god, that was good.
So I'm picking the fucking Denver Broncos in Denver. Fuck the Cowboys. Go suck the dicks.
And Joe, who do you picking at? You said you also said that you would go back on your pick, right?
I did pick the Cowboys.
So did I, but I'm going back on that like you are. So all of us agree on the Broncos winning this game.
Because they're at home. That's my chance to change.
I mean, how could you go against that? You can't
if
really.
If they were in Dallas, I might pick Dallas to win 21-17 or some weird score. I don't know, something like that.
All right, a pretty good matchup, I think. Kind of like a rivalry game gonna go on today at 4:25. The San Francisco 49ers against the Seattle Seahawks.
49ers have no team.
Yeah,
they have
dismal over there,
going
dude.
for them.
Really
the
bad.
The Seahawks offensive line is just as bad as the Giants offensive line.
Yeah.
They are going to get Russell Wilson killed. How they trot that offensive line out there week after week, I have no idea. But they are not going to lose this game. They're going to get healthy real quick. And 49ers have nothing to brag about, nothing threatening, nothing intimidating. They're in Seattle, another loud place in football that's tough to play in. Give me the Seahawks. I don't care what the points are. I don't care what it is. Russell Wilson's going to take care of business. Doug Baldwin, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor. Those are some hard hitters. Those are some men playing football.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Whip the 49ers today.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with you on that one.
That's a no-brainer game. That's got to be a no-brainer.
Yeah,
We're
that is.
talking about a well-oiled machine versus a fucking... I don't even know.
Like a high school football team, bro, is basically what they got going on over
I
there.
almost said something really horrible. So
this is the show to do it on, so say it. What the fuck?
I'm like trying. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to keep it. I'm like worried. I'm like, this not on the football show. It's fairly clean here, but then Filthy Mouth over there talking about blowing.
I know. You're right. Yeah, so I mean, listen, this is a no-brainer, guys. We all know Seattle. We're not going to spend much time on this game. It's a no-brainer.
Listen, the last 5 games in Seattle, the 49ers have lost, and the score combined is 154-54. What does that fucking tell you? All right?
Wow.
So that they're going to fuck. Dude, San Francisco's getting fucked up.
They're going to fuck.
Seattle's going to be digging for gold up San Francisco's asshole.
They're going to fuck. These two teams are going to get on the field, and they're going to pull down their jaws and fuck.
That's
right
exactly
on
what they're going to do.
That's
exactly. They're going to buddy assholes in Seattle for the 49ers.
They're going to fuck. These two teams, guys, today are going to fuck.
It's gonna be the gold rush and the gold rush on their fucking anuses.
All right, guys, I got to hit this game off right now because this is a big fucking game. I love this matchup. I think if there's a game to watch today and you have a choice, you should tune into this game, okay? This game is going to be a good game. I know it is, and it's an 8:30 game. Actually, it's your only game tonight. It's your primetime game. It's the Packers versus the Falcons. That's a good matchup. 2 potential Super Bowl teams. Week 2. Green Bay's got a lot of shit to prove. Falcons got a lot of shit to prove. These guys are going to be going at each other's throats today. This one, for me personally, is a hard one to call. But I do have the Packers. I do have the Packers. Yeah, I'm going to go Packers. Even though I do think, the Falcons should win this game. I don't know. I just feel like Falcons might have a little bit of a bounce back this week. Like, not a bounce back forward, but a bounce actually backwards. But, I could be wrong. But I feel Green Bay might win this one close. But I think it'll be a Wild West shootout. There's going to be a lot of touchdowns, a lot of field goals, and the score is going to be up high. What do you guys think?
Falcons are debuting their new building today. And the Falcons are coming off a game where they really didn't play that well against the Bears down the stretch. Mike Glennon had a chance at the goal line late to beat them. So I attribute that to them being on grass and them being on the road, and they kind of were in a fog in that game, and then they kind of brought it up, ratcheted it up a little bit. I'm not on the Packer defensive bandwagon like everybody else is. I still see the same problems that I saw last year. Seattle just couldn't expose it because, once again, the offensive line is horrible. So they looked like world beaters last week. Aaron Rodgers didn't look great last week to me because he saw a man defense. Now, this week, he's going to see a Falcon defense that's not as good as Seattle, so he's going to be able to make a little hay. But I believe the Falcons are going to pull this out. This is another one of my this is my third pick. Falcons are going to pull this out, I believe. They're at home. They're on the fast track at home. They got a ridiculous lethal offense that can take you apart. I don't believe in Green Bay's defense. They exposed them and beat them up in the NFC Championship game. I see more of the same, a little bit more competitive. I think Falcons are winning this one 35-28.
Ooh, that's a shootout like I thought it was going to be. Definitely. I had Green Bay. I think the score I had was Green Bay 31-21 Green Bay I had. Mm. But yeah, I mean, listen, but then again, who knows with because Green Bay's not exactly consistent. Neither are the fucking Falcons. I mean, you don't know.
Aaron Rodgers is consistent, but I mean the team around him isn't.
Yeah,
consistent.
So you never know what you're going to get, and their defense is spotty as well. Green Bay.
It really is.
And you let a team like the Falcons get out in front of you, you're not going to win the game, But I mean, not unless you're in a Super Bowl. But what do you guys think, Cronin? What do you think of this game?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's going to be high scoring. But I'm going to definitely pick Atlanta. I mean, after what they did last year, I mean, I'm not actually that familiar with any changes they've made on the offseason. But to me, it looks like, I mean, there still should be a juggernaut. There's no reason why this team shouldn't be a juggernaut. They beat themselves towards the end of that game last year in the Super Bowl, and then allowed the Patriots to take it over, kind of similar to how the Patriots lost this year in the first game. Yeah. But yeah, they're a juggernaut, bro. I've never seen almost anything like this, from that team. That half was bad, but they should come back and they should win today by 30. But with a score of 30-something, 40-something, maybe even.
Yeah. I agree. It's going to just be, I mean, we all agree pretty much. Filthy, what do you think? It's going to be a high-scoring game or what?
Yeah, it's going to be high-scoring. I'm going Atlanta. I mean, listen, James is right. It's a new stadium. It's another fucking stadium that's 10 times more beautiful than MetLife Stadium.
Of course
MetLife
it
Stadium's
is.
a piece of shit.
Exactly.
And But it doesn't always translate because ask the fucking Cowboys fans how it was to open their new stadium when the Giants came in and fucked them in their
never
fucking
forget
ass.
that.
Ask them about that.
Yeah, I'll
Right?
never forget
Right.
that.
And Eli signed the locker.
Yeah, that was fucking great, man. You know, one game we didn't touch on. It was the game that was played already. Was the fucking
Texans and
the
Bengals?
Texans and the Bengals, right?
Thursday night game, very
It
sloppy.
was a Thursday night game. It was a sloppy game, 13-9. I mean, and it was like
The Bengals are a disaster, and Andy Dalton, I've said this for years, Andy Dalton is not a quarterback you can win with. I don't care what numbers he puts up.
Yeah.
This guy, every single time he gets hit in the mouth, he crumbles. Go back to the playoff games, go back to all of it. He's not going to win for you at all, and he's showing you now that he's crumbling in the regular season.
yeah,
And that's not good at all for anybody.
yeah. No, that game
I
was.
told you don't trust red-headed fucking quarterbacks, all right?
Yeah, there's been a
Name
couple
me the
of them.
last fucking red-headed quarterback that was good. You can't.
Who was it? I don't remember any red-headed quarterbacks, man. It was one on.
I'm sure I'm talking out of my asshole. There probably is one, but right now I can't think of one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's definitely been a couple of them, but I can't remember really any of them. What games didn't we touch on yet? We didn't get to
The Rams and the Redskins.
Yeah, we got the Rams, the Redskins. We got to talk about. We got to give our picks for them. We got. We also left out. I don't think we touched on the red. Yeah, the red.
Viking Steelers.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. All right. So yeah, well, let's go with the Steelers game. What do you guys think? Pitt. What do you think Pitt does this week?
I love Pitt at home. Love them at home. I know last week they looked bad against the Cleveland Browns. Le'Veon Bell, who held out the entire offseason, held out for a new contract.
Yep.
Looked bad with his 32 yards. Looked against the Cleveland Brown defense, and that's what I'm saying. Maybe the Cleveland Brown defense has, a little improved. It was a rivalry game. We'll see what happens in this game. The Viking defense isn't going to be much better than the Brown defense because the Viking defense is not going to let Le'Veon Bell do what he wants to do.
No, they're not.
So he's going to have I don't see him having a great game, but I still believe they're going to win. Sam Bradford is injured, and Pitt's at home. And they still have amazing receivers. They could, Matavius Bryant, Antonio Brown. It goes on and on and on. Jesse James. So they've got weapons that they can expose little holes in the Vikings secondary. I understand the Vikings are great, but their defense is going to be on the field a long time because their offense is not going to do much. And they'll wear down, and Ben Roethlisberger will beat them.
All right, well, there you go.
I'll say 24-14.
Ben Roethlisberger is a good pick in fantasy, I think, this week, so I'd go with that game. I'd go with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you going with Pitt too? Filthy, what do you think?
Yeah, listen, Bradford is not playing. We all know why, because it's like putting a football helmet on a giant clit. That's what he is. It's all. If your clit played football, that's fucking Sam Bradford. That's what he is. Who is the backup for Minnesota? Who the fuck is it?
George Brett.
Exactly.
No.
That's why fucking Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna win the fucking game.
Yeah, I think he could go. He could go off too. That's another game. There's like 3 or 4 games where, you want to maybe build like go in with 4 fantasy games on like FanDuel or something, and that's one of the 4 I think for points.
Yeah, I agree with that definitely. I think the Steelers will definitely win this one. I think it'll be a low scoring game. I see the Steelers winning like 21-10, somewhere in there, 21-13 over the Vikings. I don't see the Vikings putting up much points. The other game we didn't touch on was the Colts and the Cardinals.
Oh God.
That's a dismal game. Let's hope somebody lights off a dirty bomb there during this game or something.
Scott Tolzien's going to win a lot of games for the other team.
Yeah. I mean, this game is just, it's like a fucking, there's no luck, right, playing?
No luck.
No luck. I mean, you got fucking a dismal fucking team there without luck. I think the Cardinals win that game easily today, to be honest. What do you guys think?
41-10.
Yeah, you think that big of a blowout? Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the Colts do not. The Rams annihilated them.
Yeah, that's true. You're right about that. You are right about that. And the Rams are just.
Like, what are the Cardinals going to do? Especially coming off that terrible loss against the Rams when they should have beat them 3 other different times.
You're right, and you could see fucking what's his name going off today, wide receiver over there on the Cardinals. Fitzgerald. Yeah, you can see Fitzgerald
or any one of them.
Yeah, you're right. They got a good. I definitely see them winning that game big time over the Colts. Colts aren't shit. They're horrible. What do you think, Joe, in that game?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Arizona. I don't know if it's going to be the blowout people think it's going to be, but I do think, I think it will be like 28-14 or something like that.
Okay. Filthy, what do you got in that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with Arizona, even though David Johnson, boy, the people that picked him number one in fantasy, the kick in the balls that is.
Yeah,
but,
that is a kick in the balls.
Listen, the Colts, they started 0-2 for the last 4 seasons in a row, and it's not gonna change this fucking season. So get used to it. 0-2 for fucking Indianapolis. I say the Cardinals. I don't know if it's gonna be as big a fucking beating as James was saying, but I would say something in the realm of 30-14, something like that.
All right, there you go for that one. I'm definitely. I would take the. I don't know about that high. I don't know about that high of a scoring game like you guys said. But I agree that they're gonna lose that game big time.
And I forgot to say, I've always loved the Cardinals head coach Bruce Arians. I think he's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I'd love to have him.
Colts and F. Bailey.
Yeah, he's been there for a while, man. That guy, right? He's been on. He's been there for a long time.
Yeah, he's been there for a
now.
decent amount of time.
Yeah, he has. He's had a long tenure there.
And is it Atlanta's coach used to be the coach of the Cardinals? Is it Wisenhunt?
Was it Wisenhunt? I'm not sure.
Wisenhunt used to be the coach of the Cardinals. Yes, he used to be.
Right.
Okay.
He was an offensive coordinator for the Steelers, I believe.
And he lost to the Steelers in the Super Bowl.
Yes, he did.
Right.
Yep.
96-yard drive by Roethlisberger. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. All right, we didn't touch on the Bears and the Buccaneers game either, which is another fucking type of game over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know. The Bucs. Listen, like I said before, I think the Bucs are going to be a good team eventually. They got decent, personnel on there. I don't think they're going to be an impact this year. They're not really that great. But the Bears are totally in shambles. The Bears. But I do see the Bears putting it together. I think the Bears are going to come out this week, and I think they're going to fucking just put it together for this week. And I see them winning that game. I'm pretty sure they're going to win that game. What do you guys feel?
Tampa's playing their first game. They had a basically bye week, because of everything that's going on with Irma. So I'm going to pick. I don't trust the coaching staff at all, but I do like Jameis Winston. He lost weight. He looks motivated. I watched Hard Knocks. I saw some of these. The coaching staff, to me, I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. But I do have a belief that they're going to win this game against the Bears. The Bears are too erratic. Mike Glennon is not a quarterback you can rely on. I'm going to go with Jameis Winston, who's a born winner and from Florida State, much more than I'm going to trust Mike Glennon, who had chances to beat the Atlanta Falcons last week and blew them. So give me Tampa. I would say 24-13, something in that realm. Yeah, 24-13.
All right. 20. I could see that. Cronin, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Tampa. I think it's going to be a train wreck, but I think Tampa's going to win.
Yeah, see, I'm going to take the fucking underdog in this, man. I don't know. I have that hunch that the Bears are going to just come out this week and just have some shit clicking for them. Filthy, what do you think?
Listen, this is actually one of my picks for the week. I'm going with Tampa. I think they got railroaded for to give them a bye week in the first week. I think they should have played the game somewhere else. I think that was kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
But listen, I think Jameis Winston is fucking awesome, and I think for some reason he flies under the radar. Didn't he have 4,000 yards for his first two seasons? It's fucking ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And you don't really hear his fucking name a lot. I mean, I watched Hard Knocks. I think he's a crazy motherfucker. He has no problem living with fucking cockroach infestation. We figured that out on the fucking show. But I also
he loves his crab legs.
Oh, he loves his fucking crab legs. And let me tell you something. My wife was swooning over him. She wanted a fucking Jameis Winston jersey. She wanted to do everything but suck his fucking dick.
God.
And Gerald McCoy is a fucking animal.
That's a man,
dude.
Right there.
I think Tampa Bay is going to the playoffs this year. I think they're going to the fucking playoffs, and they may make some fucking noise. That's my prediction for Tampa Bay.
I get what you're saying. They do have a good young team. I I mean, you could be right. I could see them making the playoffs and putting it all together.
It's all over again.
Right.
Yeah, I could see that
By
happening.
the way, my fantasy sleeper pick is also mixed into this. I think Deshaun Jackson, even though I think he's a fucking cunt, and I've always hated Deshaun Jackson, I think Mike Evans is obviously going to get all the fucking, he's going to get all the pressure on him. And Deshaun Jackson, listen, he's still a talented motherfucker, even though he's an arrogant twat. I think Deshaun Jackson is going to go off today. You watch. I think we're looking at Tampa Bay 21 and fucking the Chicago bullshits 10.
That's good. That's good.
That's about what I think. That's a good one.
That sounds about right. All right, so that last game. What is that last game, James? Again, we didn't do
Redskins and Rams.
Yeah, the Redskins and Rams. Another who gives a fuck type of game here. You know.
The Redskins last week. I mean, they had chances to beat the Eagles, but I mean, it goes back to what I said before. Kirk Cousins is not a person you can win with. He's not, and he showed you last week. Interceptions in the red zone, bad turnovers in your own end. The Redskins are, to me, they're erratic. They're 8-8 at best, 7-9 at best. They're not winning this game against the Rams. I just don't believe it. I think Jared Goff is going to get improved. He's getting better and better. Their defense is really legit, and they're going to cause mistakes again. So I believe that Rams are going to win this. I'll give it 27-14.
27-14?
Yeah.
Rams winning it.
I'm going to pick the Rams. I'll keep it short on this one. I'll pick the Rams, and that's about it.
Filthy, what about you?
You got really deep with that, Joe. That was a deep fucking pick you went down. Listen, everybody's everybody. Listen, the I don't call them the Redskins because it's offensive, so I call them the Foreskins. That's what they're fucking.
No, but that's not offensive.
Fucking Foreskins, all right? And they'll always be the fucking Washington Foreskins, all right? Listen, the Rams looked good last week, but they played the fucking Colts. You know, Goff.
Yeah.
I think Goff, and again, James, you know a lot more about college, but I think I have a feeling about him. I think he's going to be pretty good, down the road. And
I agree with that.
I think the Foreskins. I think the last 4 years Jay Gruden's been coached, they've lost all 4 first games, but they've come back and usually have won the second game. So even though I don't like picking the Foreskins because they can go fuck themselves.
I've seen them do that in
Christ,
2001.
man.
They did fuck themselves.
Oh my god, dude.
I think the Foreskins will win this by like a tight margin, though. It'll be like a fucking 21-17-ish. You know what I mean? I'm not rooting for them to win. Like I said, they can go fuck themselves. But I think Los Angeles may come in and be a little cocky because they beat a shit team. And they may fucking get beat this week. So I'm going with the Foreskins.
Okay.
All right, you go with the Foreskins. I'm gonna go with the Redskins as well, the Foreskins as well. And I'll keep it short. I think they're gonna win this game. Guys, we're gonna open up
the Redskins. Reach back. I'm sorry.
All of a sudden, we were on a Joe Cronin show.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, we're going to take a little bit of your phone calls here at the end, like I told you guys we would. We're going to give you guys our sleeper fantasy football pick of the week, like we've been doing. Mike, you already said your. Was that you or was that James who said that?
That was me. I said Deshaun Jackson is my fantasy sleeper. Okay,
so his fantasy sleeper for the week is Deshaun Jackson. James, what do you got for us this week?
I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey. From the Carolina Panthers, little running back. I think he's gonna take care of business today.
Joe, do you have a sleeper pick or somebody you think is gonna go off this week that might not be in somebody's lineup? But
not anybody that you wouldn't expect. I don't think not this week, but at the same time. I don't have anybody. I'm looking at my picks, and none of my picks are like, whoa, look out for that guy. Nothing stands out to me, to be honest. I picked Hunt with Kansas City after what I'm some do the Patriots, but that's obvious.
Yeah.
I don't have a good pick this week. I really don't.
I gotcha. I mean, I almost didn't either. I didn't know who to really go with this week because so many There's so many people you could choose this week that you might think will go off, but
Well, you know, I mean, do you have to find? I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, there's so many good guys. What would you stray from?
Well, I'm saying like a sleeper pick as in like, yeah, you think they'll be good. You know, they're on most people's teams, but you think because of the matchup and like, you know, how the other team's defense is and blah blah blah, you think this player might go off like a motherfucker this week. Basically, is what we try to pick. Like,
look at Seattle for that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right about that. I like the guy. What's his name? Buck Allen, or whatever. And Chris Carson. These are like, you know, sleeper picks. You know what I mean? Like, these are guys that should have big games and
right.
Considering what's going on in the league this weekend with their teams and the matchups and blah blah blah. So look for those two names.
I'll give you a second sleeper pick right now. My second sleeper pick.
Back? Is Carson a running back?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
My second sleeper pick is the next woman to share a drink with Bill Cosby. That's my second sleeper pick.
All right, guys. This is the segment where we're going to take some of your phone calls. We'll bring the first guy in here. 502. What's up? You're on the Foul Mouths Network.
Yo, what's up, Ken?
What's going on, man?
Real talk, bro.
What's up, Real Talk?
Shit.
Happy birthday to Real Talk. Happy birthday,
Yes,
my man.
You fucking copycats.
Joe Cronin, man.
Long time, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought the only reason I said that was you didn't like me was because I called in a Dave's show one night and he was like, and then Tommy called after.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Don't tell Real Talk. And I was like, what? Why? What? Like what? What?
Bro, I don't know why. I don't know. Like, I don't hate you, bro. I just, you know what I mean? Like, we were younger back then, but I just don't like what happened. But
We were
I don't
young,
fucking
like
hate you.
14.
Yeah, I'm talking like we were fucking kids. No, but it was just bullshit, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't like
whatever.
what happened, but
We're all grown ass
it is
men,
what it
you know. Like, it's nothing that fucking
When you
serious.
come to
in life.
Boston, you can punch me in the face and it'll be over.
I'm alright, bro. I'll take you on in the wrestling ring, bro. We'll do a wrestling match, bro.
I don't do that anymore.
I love you, pussy.
I've seen your fucking ass shaking in one of those music videos. I'll tell you what. I see you in the ring, I might grab your dick.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ.
Smell your dick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Speaking of grabbing dick, I mean, real, you're going to Spearman right on for birthday and getting your dick sucked, right?
Oh, but bro, it's gonna be crazy, bro. I just dropped the video and shit for my birthday and shit, just chilling at the crib and shit like that. And
Nice, man. Here, I'll make you feel a little bit at home, Real Talk. We'll make you feel a little bit at home. Here, I'll play this laugh for you.
Yo, I just peed myself.
But anyway, it's this is Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. If you guys are out there, you don't know who he is, go check him out. He's a hip hop artist. He just got done.
Yeah, out there.
He just got done touring Europe and fucking Germany and all that shit. His first tour over there that went very successful. Had a great time. It was a fucking successful trip.
Only two people got killed on the tour.
And he is a diehard Bears fan from Chicago. So, what do you see happening with your Bears this weekend? This weekend, man. What do you think?
Okay, so check this out, bro. So look, last week, man, I was like, I didn't know how to feel about it. Like, I feel like it was just so happy not to have Jay Cutler on that team. Like, I was just so happy. Like, I would have took anything. We could have lost by 50, and I still would have been like, you know what? Jay Cutler, man, you want to talk about somebody teach you how to rob and steal? Fuck 50 Cent, bro. Jay Cutler taught me how to.
You are fucking right about that.
How to rob, bro.
Yeah, you are right about that, man. You definitely are. It's like he robbed a bank. That motherfucker was like he robbed a bank, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking blatant shit.
By the way, I'm going to confirm that Cronin Jay Cutler is a racist.
Nice.
I just have a suspicion.
Well, didn't he have some kind of fucking issue at one point with one of his wide receivers or something like that?
There's an issue with a ton of people. Honestly,
There was,
I mean,
okay.
I don't know.
I mean, literally, one of his teammates questioned.
Yeah, but is he a racist? You think he's a racist?
He's a racist. He's a
White
racist,
guys
man.
that
I don't I know he's racist against winning. That's for sure.
That's true.
fucking great.
Yo, the ball is brown.
Yeah, that is fucking great, man.
Get rid of it.
You know?
Yo,
Let me ask you guys, would you rather have a racist white quarterback, right, that you knew you were going to win with, right? Or would you rather have a racist to winning quarterback? What would be the lesser of two evils for you?
I gotta be honest. As long as long as they don't tell me he's racist and he's winning, I don't give a fuck, bro. Just win.
It's like in this day and age, though, man, especially when you're in the spotlight and you're an NFL player or a Major League Baseball guy or whatever the case may be, you would think that the parents that raised him, they're not that old. They've been in times that we've been in, you know what I mean, relatively same era. Like, why the fuck is racism still a fucking issue, man? Can we not get this shit together already? Like, what the fuck?
I'll give you 2 reasons. You want 2 reasons?
I'll tell you one of them. The government. Okay. It's like the government wants to keep us at each other's fucking throats, man.
Yeah, they don't want us to be together,
they do
bro.
Not.
They want to divide us,
They're afraid of that. They are fucking afraid of that.
One of the reasons is because everybody is hypersensitive. And the second reason is because it actually exists.
It does exist. You're right. But you know what? There's no room for those people in society, and they're slowly pushed out. They're pushed out and pushed away.
I want to use PewDiePie as an example. Like, PewDiePie is a guy who, like...
I think he's definitely a racist motherfucker, PewDiePie.
There's a whole crop of, like, younger kids who grew up with, like, saying whatever words they wanted to, but not because they're racist, but just because they think it's funny and stuff like that around their friends. And now they might be in their 20s, and all of a sudden we become way different now. And now, so it's hard to tell them apart from the people that actually are. So... You know, it's just difficult now.
Let me ask you a question, Cronin. You ever go down on a hippo?
You know what? No matter what I tell you, you're not gonna.
You ever go down on
it? Thought you were going down on one, but it was.
You never ate out a hippo's asshole?
Just kidding, guys. Sorry, this is NFL. I know. Let's get back to the. Sorry about that. Quick press conference, guys. But yeah. Real. What do you have to score?
I'm taking Tampa Bay to beat the Bears.
You are? Holy fuck! Holy shit!
They got potential, bro. But I'm not gonna. You know, this is a quarterbacks league, and Jameis Winston took Mike Glennon's job, bro. So why the fuck would I? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
I don't see that happening.
Yep. You're right. What do you think the score is gonna be?
I think it'll be kind of close, like 24-17, something like that. They'll probably win by a touchdown or something like that. But yeah, I got Tampa Bay in that one, bro. And I'm taking anybody against the Dolphins. I'll pick them, bro. I fucking hate the Dolphins. Fuck Jay Cutler. I hope he loses every fucking game.
Yeah, I do too, man.
I hate the Dolphins too.
He's a fucking piece of shit. Yeah, I can't stand Cutler. I never liked him from day one.
What a dumb fucking franchise. Who the fuck picked up Jay Cutler?
I know. Listen, they should have went got
such a joke.
Kaepernick. Kaepernick made more sense with that team in the way that.
He offended them with the Fidel Castro shirt.
But still, though, man, like, come on, let's put politics to the fucking side and just get a player in because of their talent and what they bring to the table. You know, come on.
Will rob them.
It's fucking ridiculous. They go and they give Jay Cutler money.
If Jay Cutler is really racist, they're going to be so desperate they're going to hire Colin Kaepernick to offset shit.
I mean, I'd rather have Colin Kaepernick than this fucking piece of shit Cutler. I swear to God. I mean, it's worth it.
He just doesn't.
The circus that he's going to bring with him is worth it. You know what I mean?
Imagine if Kaepernick was their backup. They brought in him as the backup, and like Kaepernick, you know, and
then
shit. Cutler just on him, and that video came out.
Oh my God, dude, that would be fucking nightmare, man.
That's how you can find out. You can hire Kaepernick for 4 weeks to find out if Cutler's racist.
Yeah, we're gonna bring you in to find out if Cutler's really racist. All right.
What an NFL show that's on the Hard Knocks? Yeah. That'd be a good show for them.
And then after that, it'd be called the Hard Cocks. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, how old are you now?
What'd you say?
How old are you gonna be?
I'm old, man. I'm 31, bro.
That ain't old, man. You a young motherfucker.
Okay, 40 and I'm 30. Man. Should we kill ourselves
You're
now?
a young motherfucker. What were you gonna ask Filthy?
For Christ's sakes.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, Ken.
Young, what were you gonna ask Filthy?
40-year-olds, man.
I'm a fucking old bastard, dude. You know, I'm old. I'm late in the game, dude.
You 40-years get moody, man. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, I'm not that moody though. I try to curb that shit. You know what I mean?
You're talking about.
Yeah. That's my dog, though. But I fucking get moody and fight all the time.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Man, hey, Filthy, let me know when you come to Vegas, bro.
No doubt, dude.
I want the game to get hot.
Oh yeah.
I may be coming somewhere around Christmas because my mother-in-law doesn't like to fly and she loves casinos and shit. So I'll let you know.
Hey, let me know, bro. You know they opened it's legal here now, bro. The dispensaries are shit.
Well, can I tell you something? Unfortunately, because I'm a fucking loser, I have a CDL, and I can't do that. So if we're gonna do some shit, get me some fucking mushrooms, get me some fucking LSD, some DMT. Man. I can do all that shit.
This football show just turned into a fucking.
Hey, Filthy, you're telling me you have a cock delivering lesbian?
Yes, I do have a cock delivering lesbian. As a matter of fact, I do.
All these years I've been wondering, and now it comes out. Why? Because really,
Jesus Christ,
over
man.
my mouth open.
Oh, shit.
I'm glad that was my last thing. I gotta run because my kids. But have fun with the rest. I'll be listening to the rest of the show.
All right, Joe, take it easy, man.
I'll get out of here.
Thanks for
I'll
coming.
get out of here too, guys. Thanks, bro.
Hey, real man, happy birthday to you, brother. I'm glad you called in again.
Thanks,
Happy
bro.
birthday to you. Good luck with your. I hope you picked wrong and your team wins for you this week on your birthday, man.
Yeah, I hope so too, but yeah, thanks. Hey, Ken, when you get a chance, check out that last video I just dropped.
I am
Dropped it
definitely,
last night.
dude. I am definitely going to check it out as soon as I get over with this show. I thought about it as soon as you said it. I was like, I gotta go check that out. So I'm definitely going to do that, man.
Bro.
All right, man. That's
All right,
Real
guys,
Talk, the
talk to you
Metaphor
later. Peace.
Messiah, man. Thanks, bro, for calling in. We'll talk to you soon.
You can buy anything on
Guys, so yeah, we'll take a couple more phone calls and we'll wrap it up here. So guys, right now we're gonna open it up. You're gonna call in. We're gonna do a couple of rapid phone calls right now. A couple of rapid. Tell us your pick. Tell us what you think's gonna happen, and we'll flow right through that.
I tell you, this week, man, Ken, I'm telling you, 0-2. I mean, there's some teams staring at 0-2 like the Giants. And
Yeah,
other teams.
dude, some big time
I
shit.
mean,
That
it may be a long season for a lot of teams.
Yeah, you're right, man. Listen, I knew
when
that.
you look around the landscape.
I didn't think if they start out 0-2 the Giants, man, that's horrible, man. I did not think they'd be in the same boat as
They're
the
gonna have
fucking
a terrible
Jets,
year.
man.
I mean, those offensive line problems that they have, that can't be fixed in 1 week.
No, you're right. You're right about that.
There's no scheme. Eric Flowers is a turnstile. Everyone has the Metro card. It's unlimited. Everyone's got the access.
You're right, man.
And their other tackle is just as bad. And their guard play. They have not. When they won the Super Bowl in 2011, they were the only team in football history to win a Super Bowl and be last in the league in rushing. These problems have been going on for over 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been going on a long fuck. And Eric Flowers was a first-round pick.
Oh.
What a fucking...
8th overall. Jeez.
He doesn't even get his hands up in pass protection. Like when Eli got fucking sacked when they were in the red zone, and I saw that fucking lowlife adjusting his fucking helmet because it got pushed up into his fucking cranium. I was like, what a fuck... it's ridiculous. And the other guy on the right side, what's his name? He's no fucking nothing to write about either. The only guy... Right. The interior linemen are good. It's the fucking exterior linemen that are pieces of shit.
Whatchamacallit? What's his name? Oh, yeah, I see him. He wants me to add him to... Dude, I did add you. I got you right here. You're added. I don't know what the fucking deal is with that. It's saying like he's like blocked or something.
Enrico?
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. It's got like that one of those things next to his name, like saying kind of like he's blocked or some shit. I don't know. Let me bring
Enrico, you got Skype syphilis.
Let me bring my producer in here to see about if she could unblock him or something. I don't know why he's blocked. I don't think it's blocked, but it's weird. It won't let me like add him or some shit. Okay, I think I found it. Yep, got it. Yeah, call on in, man, if you want to call in. I got you open now. Give us your pick for this week.
I don't care what Eric Flowers was in college. He sucks all the way around.
He's terrible. You know what it is? I think he's a fucking coward. That's what I think he is. I think he's got no fucking balls. How do you make it through college and then get here and you don't even like? Listen, I was a fucking lineman when I played in high school. Granted, it wasn't college. I wasn't playing anybody fucking major. I mean, I played against Hempstead. They were pretty much college players. But, dude, you need fucking balls. You need to get in someone's fucking face.
Lick my fucking balls.
You need to put your fucking hands up.
If you saw some of these Twitter videos of him, of a practice, I mean, people getting by him, oh my God, it's horrible.
Yeah, even in a fucking practice, you're right, dude. You're right. Like, how do you, how's that happen?
I would love for our defense to get to play our offensive line. We would fucking destroy them.
Hey,
And the defense.
I'm trying to bring in what's his name again?
Rico.
Yeah, Rico. Trying to bring him in. Rico, you in here? Rico, take the microphone out of your butthole, bro. Rico. Hello.
You're breaking balls to Angel.
Rico, you're here. We added you. What's going on, bro?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
There
Man?
he is.
Hello.
Rico, hello?
Is it me
How
you're
you guys
looking
going?
for?
Rico, you're on the Foul Mouths Network right now, man. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
it's
right.
pretty cool.
That's right, man. Listen, don't get too excited, man. I don't want you to have a heart attack or anything.
If I sound tired, it's because it's like 2:40 a.m. in Australia, so
Oh, yeah, you
Oh.
gotta be quiet right now.
Were you fucking slinging dick in the fucking Outback?
I don't think you can talk like that.
I love how like people just get like, wait, how do I answer that?
Rico, let me ask you a question. Can you dish it out and take it?
sure.
Yeah, you could do that?
What part of
Let me-
Australia are you
Let me
in?
ask you this, too. Yeah, what part of
I'm in
Australia? Sydney?
Sydney?
My father was
Love
stationed in Sydney
Love
during the
Sydney.
Vietnam War. Listen, let me ask you this, too. Are you an NFL fan?
Yeah.
You are. Who's your team?
I've had many, but currently I'm going for the Rams because one of my favorite places is St. Louis. I don't know why, but yeah.
But they
Well, they're
left
not-
St. Louis, though.
Yeah, they're in LA now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but still, I don't know if I should.
All right,
stay
so
with them.
you're sticking with them. I got you. So what do you think the Rams are going to do today?
40-0, smash them.
Yeah?
Smash them.
Smash them and bash them, baby. What do you got? What do you got for the score? You want to give us a little prediction or what?
Do you want me to go through every pick or just that one?
No, just that.
Yeah. Just give us your pick for your favorite team.
Okay. I'm trying to find it. Sorry.
I'll have to add on another half hour here if you fucking, you know.
I've got the Rams. I've got the Rams 27-7.
All right, 27-7. That's a blowout, man.
Yeah, it's
That's
a fucking.
that's a
decent
blowout,
fucking
man. Yeah. I don't know why you were blocked on here, but we figured it out. I unblocked you, so if you want to call in during our live shows and shit,
Australia. That's
know?
how it is.
do you watch our live shows or no?
Yeah, sometimes when I can catch them.
Yeah, it's pretty late. It's
I
like,
do watch Insomniac.
is it during the day for you over there when Insomniac comes on? It's like during midday, right, or some shit?
Insomniac is usually our Sundays, so yeah, I can watch them. And
Nice. All right, man. So don't be a stranger, man. I got you okay on the fucking Skype here, so we'll hear from you again, man.
yeah, man.
All right, man. Good to speak to you.
All right.
We hope
Hey,
the Rams
Rico,
do
go
good.
fuck yourself.
Rico, listen, when you wake up, call us back, all right? No, I'm just kidding. All right, anyway, guys, I'll take one or two more phone calls here if you guys want to call in. I'll wait a couple of minutes here. If I don't get any calls, we're going to bag this one, and we're going to get ready to watch some fucking football, baby, which starts in about 20 minutes here. The games will get kicked off underway. If you want to call in, give us your pick right now. We'll take one or two more phone calls. All right, we got a phone call right here. Let's see what this guy is. 157. What's up, man? You're on the Foul Mouths Network. What?
You want to get some time? You want to get some pics? You will.
What the
I don't want to say that
fucked up,
Tony Romo is a very good announcer. He knows very that you.
Oh
you know?
my god, dude. Do you really speak like this? Do you have fucking hair lip or something, man? You
Yeah,
alright?
I have hair lip on my gimmies. And shout out to everyone in the chat. You do well. And I'm a hair lip like Eli Manning when he walked up. He's a new arm. He's a new spaghetti and new arm for Eli Manning.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, dude. You are just
Did
fucked.
you well?
Oh my god, dude. Alright, I'm gonna let you go, bro. I gotta let you go.
Who is this? Eric Flowers?
I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
right, exactly.
What the fuck, bro? What in the fuck? Oh, dear God, help
Eric
us all.
Flowers called into the show.
Yeah. That was
Left tackle for the New York Giants.
fucking out of his mind, man. I thought I heard D. Wells in there somewhere. Was I just dreaming that? Or like, what the fuck? Was he saying his name or something?
No, he was trying to. I think he was trying to do an impression.
Oh, come on, man. D. Wells don't sound like that. D. Wells is the man, bro. Fucking D. Wells is the man, dude. Love D. Wells. Love me some D. Wells out this motherfucker. VidMe. Go check out D. Wells on VidMe, guys. You guys got anything to say before we bounce on this?
Check me out at Dadass Podcast on Thursdays at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Talk about relationships, all your relationship needs, all the problems you deal with. We tackle them. Yeah, James is a slick motherfucker when he's talking about ass. So go over there and check that out, man. He make you want to fuck some ass when you hear him talk about ass. Filthy, what's up with you, man? We got a Knuckles Deep coming in soon. We're gonna release it tonight. Knuckles Deep on the Foul Mouths Network tonight, guys. Don't forget to check them out. What was this one about?
It's on Big Pharma.
Big Pharma, guys. Check it out. It's, you know this guy. He's controversial. Everything that comes out of his mouth has some kind of fucking thought or, meaning behind it. The Filthy Mouth Gamer of the Foul Mouths Network. Go check out his episode tonight of Knuckles Deep. You're pretty far into Knuckles Deep now, right? You got a lot of...
It's like episode 17.
There you go, man. I mean, it's pretty far. We're going to take one more phone call here. We'll take 251. What's up? You're on the Foul Mouths Network.
What's up, Kal-El?
Kal-El, what's up, buddy?
Kal-El.
What's going on, dude? So what do we got tonight for you?
Sorry.
Kal-El is a New Orleans Saints fan. He's going up against none other than the champs tonight. What do you feel, Kal-El?
You make a case for your team on Monday, today? About 15 minutes?
Do what now?
Can you make a case? Can you make a case for your team tonight to win this game?
No.
No?
Oh, destroy the Saints by at least 2 touchdowns for real.
Wow.
34-20.
Wow.
If the crowd can get involved early and rattle Brady, then we might have a chance. But after that, no.
Wow.
Yeah, I love both teams, but Pats are gonna do it. Sorry.
And you were pretty heavy into that Alabama game yesterday, huh?
Man, we got a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it was a good victory, but a lot of work on defense for Alabama, for real.
Yeah, but it was still a good win, though,
Yeah, it was, but if we play anybody better, I think get exposed a little.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I hear you. Yeah.
A little team like Colorado State, we should run over them.
Yeah, you're right.
That game shouldn't have been competitive.
No, yeah, right.
But they got a lot of good players on Alabama, though, man. They got a lot of good young guys on that team. I could see them getting that shit together and really making a run.
Yeah, injuries hurt us first at the against Florida State, so and we're paying for it now.
Yeah.
But it's I'm going to see the Jets, and so I hope that'd be a good team against the Saints.
I mean, you guys, listen, that's a good game to go to for you. Because that's a bad game to go to for me. I watch my team get fucking slaughtered all over the
Drew
field.
Brees is going to look like he's 20 years old.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's going to be a good warm-up for you guys to get your groove back and fucking
that's a
really...
scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a scrimmage, bro. It's like you're better off playing a fucking junior high varsity fucking team out there. You know what I mean? So, it's
listen,
dismal.
I just came up with an idea. What if we do a Foul Mouths Network tailgate at a fucking game this year?
I would love that, man.
Listen, I got a game to pick right here.
We could pick a game that's like kind of neutral area type of thing, where we don't have to we could all travel to it, man. That'd be fucking awesome. You're right about that.
Well, I'm talking about a local game.
Yeah?
This year, the Giants are playing the Foreskins on New Year's Eve.
Foreskins.
New Year's Eve football game. Get all fucked up for New Year's Eve.
I'd rather be in a fucking shallow 8-foot grave than to fucking go to that game. All right? I'd rather have fucking worms eating my insides out.
Oh, God.
All right?
All right, so I'll just take James, you cocksucker.
But Kal-El, so you think that no good for the New Orleans Saints today, right? No good.
I mean, they got to start fast.
Yeah.
If they don't start fast, and then the Patriots are up 10-0,
do you know
it's going to be a struggle all game?
Do you know the spread on that game or no?
Not right offhand. I would assume it's probably about 10 or 14.
Yeah, that much?
Let me see. 6 by New England. So, yeah, I'd say about 10.
Yeah.
10 points they'll win by. Yeah.
I'm trying to look it up right now. The Do you know? You don't know what it is yet, right? I think I think I got it.
Yeah,
Right
I just pulled on ESPN. It says New England by 6.
Oh, all right. So yeah, I see it right now. Yeah. Wow. All right. So. All right. Well,
But
hey,
it should be good, but I think Pat's a little bit too much for the Saints right now. Still too early for the Saints, but
Yeah.
I'll be surprised. But all right, I'll let you go. Y'all have a good time.
All right, Kal-El, thanks for calling in, brother. Give us your pick, and he's a Patreon of ours, guys. You can go check out our Patreon. It's pretty cool. We adding all kinds of new stuff to it. We had Filthy unveil one of his first song parodies on our show last night.
So hilarious.
And we fucking uploaded it to the. It was a good fucking song.
To choke a cat.
Yeah, that was fucking. And think of how coincidence it was. We were coinciding with another cat fucker. So, yeah, it worked out good. Worked out really good, you know? All right, Kal-El. I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Take care, man.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
You too. That was a great Kal-El Bama. Big time friend and supporter of the network and everything. So like we said, guys, go check James out at That Ass Podcast over there every Thursday night at 9 o'clock Eastern. And tonight, look for Filthy Mouth Gamers Knuckles Deep. That's going to be out around 9, 10 o'clock tonight on the Foul Mouths Network. I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us for our NFL show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And then let's get ready for some football. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff, guys. Enjoy your Sunday. I hope everybody has a good one. I hope your teams all win. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Shout out to the Super Ugly guys over there. They had their show on Rivals today. Go check that out. I think it's on at like 10 o'clock Sundays, a little bit before us. We waited today for them to go off air, and then we came on out of respect to them. So shout out to those guys. Go check them out. Give them some love. Shout out to Billy Ricky. Shout out to That Ass Podcast and everybody else out there, guys. Shout out to Joe Cronin and my man Justin. Go check them out, and we'll talk to you guys same place, same time next week. And Wednesday, we got Foul Mouths Live. We'll see you then if you want to check us out for Wednesday's show. Thank you to all the new subs. Thank you to the donators. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a fucking great time. Kick off in about 9 minutes. Peace out, guys.